Welcome to the 2025 season, our 16th season, and we are going to start with the defending champs, Dino Dan, with a 140-131 victory over Christian. What an outstanding game as he goes to 1-0. Great way for the defending champ to start out. Puka Nakua, 29 points. I didn't think he would have that big of a game against the Texans. 10 catches, 130 yards, leading Dino Dan's team with 29 points. Buda Baker, sometimes he has giant games, sometimes he stinks. Today he had a giant game, 21 points, 10 total tackles. For Christian, we got the Seahawks coming in at 22 points with 2 picks and a sack on the Niners. Devon Achane, 18 points, 75 total yards. He did get a touchdown, the only one of the day for the Dolphins, as that game was a complete shock with the offense. Since 2020, they are both tied for the second most wins, 43 apiece. Now Dino Dan jumps ahead of him with 44 wins. But that shows since 2020, these are two of the best teams in the league. Dino Dan, defending champ, congratulations, way to start out week 1. And as we look at the notes, you see A.J. Brown, just 1 catch for 8 yards, 2 points, while Jamar Chase, the same thing. We know that's not going to happen, but that is a bizarre situation for two of the best receivers to both go out there and put up less than 3 points each. Let's get to our next game, and that is Austin Koo going against EJ. Austin goes to 1-0 with a whopping 190-114. We'll get to more on EJ's team, but let's go to Austin right now. Derrick Henry, that Sunday night game, what an outstanding performance. 34 points, 169 yards, and 2 touchdowns. If he doesn't fumble, he ends up breaking almost 38. Lamar Jackson, 31 points. What a wild game to have both those Ravens as they combined for 65 points. Crazy thing, that's not the highest combo on any team this season. He did lose, though, a little bit of revenge for Austin. He lost to EJ in the NIT's round 2 last year. Now let's get to EJ, our defending NIT champ. The Cardinals, 22 points, 1 sack, 9 pass deflections. You'd think they would have had a few interceptions there to help out. J.K. Dobbins, good outstanding game for week 1 for him. 14 points, he had 60 yards and a touchdown. Last season, EJ started 0-3. He does not want to go 0-3 division play. On our side notes, Christian McCaffrey, is he actually back? 26 points, it looked good. Let's hold our breath right now, but Austin's sitting pretty with CMC. Joe Burrow, one of the worst games I've seen, only 9 points. We don't expect that again. Are the Browns' defense that good, or did the Bengals' offense just struggle? Who knows? But I'm still excited to have Burrow. Just what a terrible week to suck going against Austin, who dropped 190. Here we go, our next game. Brian goes to 1-0 with a 168-140 game. This is one of the closer games with the higher scoring games, as Mario unfortunately drops to 0-1. Brian's team, the Broncos defense, more on them later. 38 points, 6 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Big game for them, as expected, against the rookie. Patrick Mahomes, 26 points, 300 total yards, 2 touchdowns overall. Thank God the Chiefs lost. I do love that. Brian is the 2020 champ going against Mario, who's the 22 champion. So it's good to see former champions in the last 5 years go heads up. Mario, I don't know how this happens. Josh Allen, 48 points, 400 total yards, 4 touchdowns. And Herbert, 37 points, 3 total touchdowns. You combine those guys, that is the highest combo of anyone. Only over 80 points. That means the rest of his team only put up 60, and a very disappointing loss for him. Like I said, 85 combined points for those two guys. Let's get to our side notes. Tyreek Hill, only 8 points. The whole Dolphin offense struggled other than Achane, but he's facing domestic violence charges. We'll see what happens with Tyreek Hill. Is he going to have to deal with any of that nonsense going on with Miami already struggling? Cooper Kupp, 3 points. Is it time for Cooper? Is he kind of out of his situation? I don't know if it's being in Seattle. Remember, him and JSN basically play the same position, and JSN had a huge game. So I don't know if Kupp just lost a step or he's not going to fit in that offense. In another game, we got Nick going to 1-0. Eric with the tough loss, 180-131. Nick coming out. This is from the NFL 2K25 division. McCarthy, 24 points, did not look good early on. Then he turned it on that second half. 3 touchdowns for the rookie. Brock Bowers, 22 points, 5 catches, 103 yards. Would have had an even bigger game had he not gone down with an injury. As we get to Eric's team, Baker Mayfield, outstanding victory with 2 touchdowns to the rookie, Mbuka. He had 3 total touchdowns. And the Commanders, 22 points, 2 sacks, only 6 points against that bad Giants offense. You'd think the Commanders would have probably dropped a 50-pointer, how bad the Giants look. Eric overall is tied for 6th in wins since 2020, so that means he's averaging a playoff appearance the last 5 years, every so often. And then Nick made the Final Four last year in 2024 off a good team. As we get to the side notes, Keon Coleman, is it finally his breakout? 30 points, was that a big game for him? We know everybody shined in that game, but that's very encouraging to see Coleman have a big game like that. And DJ Moore, he was screwed over. Caleb Williams missed him multiple times, not only just 2 touchdowns, but other targets. DJ Moore was primed for at least a 30-point game. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. We'll see if Caleb Williams can clean that up, as DJ Moore's probably begging for Justin Fields to come back after his last performance. Tough loss for Eric, but it's only week 1 as Nick goes to 1-0. Now let's get to our carrying the load, as these guys really did everything they could to carry the load for their team as we look at some of the top scorers of the week. Here we got Josh Allen, 48 total points as he had for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. It's surprising. Like I said, Mario has multiple guys on this list. Josh Allen totally carrying the load for his team in real life and in fantasy. This one, we got the, oh my gosh, no, as Michael Scott would say. The Broncos defense looking legit. And everyone knows here we're Raider fans in this family. We do not want to see the Broncos look good. But they did 38 points, one of the top scoring teams for Brian's team. Yes, Stanley, we all agree. Are we really going to start seeing Keenan Allen and Justin Herbert hooking up again as they did? Herbert, 37 points. Mario, like I said, 2 guys. He just couldn't get the rest of his team show up. Derrick Henry, 34 points. That last stiff arm was amazing. Austin, relishing in that as he had 2 very high-scoring guys with Lamar Jackson. Lamar did not make the list, surprisingly, but his receiver did for Nick in a big win over Eric. Nick needed something like this as Austin give Flowers his flower. Nick had 34 points for him. And the final one, Justin Fields, are you sure about that? Hey, Chicago Bears, are you sure you got rid of the right quarterback? That dime, tell me DJ Moore doesn't want him back, because DJ Moore said Justin Fields already was one of his all-time favorite QBs. Justin Fields looks legit. Finally, an offense letting him do it. Those are the guys who carried the load. We do have 2 more games. I'm not really going to break down Steve or Elijah's too often, but Elijah did pick up the lowest scoring victory, 130 to 124. My team, 207 to 167, and probably the most highest combined score right there, as you have me against Jacob. That was a very good matchup. Thank you for tuning in. Get your waiver wires in, and we'll see you guys next week.